dreadful, sir.
Let's have her up. Show her up, Miss Spears.
Very well, sir. It's for you to say.
This is rather a bit blunt. I'll show you how I make records. We'll set her talking, and I'll take her down in Bell's visible speech, then again in broad Romic, and then we'll have you speak to the gramophone, so you can turn her on whatever you like with the written transcript in front of you.
This is the young woman, sir.
Oh, no. Why, this is the young girl I took down last night. Well, she's no use. I have all the records I want of her listening rolling, though, and I'm not going to waste another cylinder on it. Be off with you. I don't want you.
Don't be so saucy. You ain't heard what I come for yet. Did you tell him I'm coming in a taxi?
Nonsense, girl. What do you think a gentleman like Mr. Higgins cares what you came in?
Oh, are we proud? You ain't above giving lessons, not him, heard him say so. Well, I'm not here asking for any compliment, and if my money's not good enough, I can go elsewhere.
Good enough for what?
Good enough for you. Now you know, don't you? I'm going to have lessons, I am, and to pay for them too, make no mistake.
Well, but what do you expect me to say?
Well, if you was a gentleman, you might ask me to sit down, I think. Don't I tell you I'm bringing you business?
Pickering, shall we ask Miss Baggage to sit down, or shall we throw her out the window?
No, I won't be called a baggage. Not when I'm offered to pay like any lady.
What is it you want, my girl?
I want to be a lady in a flower shop instead of standing at the corner of Tottenham Court Road. But they won't take me unless I can talk more Jane Dean. He said he could teach me. Well, here I am ready to pay him, not asking any favours. And he treats me as if I was dirt. I know a lessons cost as well as you do and I'm ready to pay.
How much?
Now you're talking. Thought you'd come off it when you saw a chance of getting back a bit of what you chucked at me last night. You'd had a drop in, hadn't you?
Sit down.
How was he going to make a compliment
Sit
of it?
down.
Sit down, girl. Do as you're told.
What is your name?
Eliza. Doolittle.
Won't you sit down, Miss Doolittle?
Well, don't mind if I do.
How much do you propose to pay me for the lesson?
Oh, I know what's right. A lady friend of mine gets French lessons for 18 pence an hour from a real French gentleman. Well, he wouldn't have the face to ask me the same amount for teaching me my own language as he would for French. So I won't give you more than a shilling. Take it or leave it.
You know, Pickering, if you consider a shilling, not as a simple shilling, but as a percentage of this girl's income, it works out as fully equivalent to 60 or 70 pounds from a millionaire. By God, it's the biggest offer I've had.
60 pounds? What are you talking about? 60 pounds? I never offered you 60
And
pounds!
hold your tongue.
But I ain't got 60 pounds!
Right. Sit down. Everybody touch your money.
Somebody is going to touch you with a broomstick if you don't stop that sniveling. Now sit down.
One would think you was me father.
If I decide to teach you, I'll be worse than two fathers to you. Here.
What's this for?
Wipe your eyes with. Wipe any part of your face that feels moist. Remember that this is your handkerchief, and that is your sleeve. Don't mistake the one for the other if you wish to become a lady in a shop.
Higgins, I'm interested. What about your boast that you could pass her off as a duchess at the annual embassy ball? I'll say you're the greatest teacher alive if you can make that good. I'll bet you all the expenses of the experiment that you can't do it. And I'll even pay for the lesson.
Oh, you're real good. Thank you, Captain.
It's almost irresistible. She's so deliciously low. So horribly dirty.
Oh, I ain't dirty. Wash my face and hands before I come, I do.
I'll take it. I'll make a duchess of this draggle-tailed gutter snipe. I'll start today. Now, this instant. Take her away and clean her, Mrs. Pierce. Sandpaper if it won't come off any other way. There a good fire in the kitchen.
Yes, but...
Take off all her clothes and burn them. I'll ring up and order some new ones. Wrap her up in brown paper so they come.
No, no, gentlemen, you're not to talk of such things. I'm a good girl, I am, and I know what the likes of you are, I do.
We'll have none of your slum prudery here, young woman. You are to learn to behave like a lady. Take her away, Mrs. Pierce. If she gives you any trouble, wallop her.
I'll call the police, I will.
But I've no place to put her.
Put her in the dustbin.
Oh, come, Higgins, be reasonable.
You must be reasonable, Mr. Higgins. You really must. You can't walk over everybody like this.
I walk over everybody. My dear Mrs. Pierce. My dear Pickering. It was never my intention to walk over anybody. All I was saying is that we should be kind to this poor girl. If I did not express myself clearly, it was because I did not wish to harm her delicacy. Or yours.
But, sir, you can't take up a girl like that as if you were picking up a pebble on the beach.
Why not?
Why not? You don't know anything about her. What about her parents?
I ain't got no parents.
Oh, there you see, she ain't got no parents. What's all the fuss about?
She may be married.
God.
Ah, the girl very properly says, God.
Who'd marry me?
But, George, Eliza, the streets will be strewn with the bodies of men shooting themselves for your sake before I've done with you.
Yeah, I'm going away. He's off his chump, he is! I don't want no balmy stitching me!
Does it occur to you, Higgins, that the girl has some feelings?
No, I don't think so. At least none that we need bothered about. Have you, Eliza?
Oh, you've no feeling, oughtn't you? You don't care for nothing but yourself. I've had enough of this, I'm going.
Eliza, have a chocolate.
I don't want to know what not being them. I bet a girl's been drugged by the like of you.
Pledge of good faith, Eliza. I'll eat one half, you eat the other. You shall have boxes of them, barrels of them, eh? You shall live on them.
I wouldn't have ate it, but I'm too ladylike to take it out of my mouth.
Think of it, Eliza. Think of chocolates and taxis and gold and diamonds.
I don't want no gold and no diamonds. I'm a good girl, I am.
Higgins, I really must interfere. Mrs. Pierce is quite right. If the girl is to place herself in your hands for 6 months for an experiment in teaching, she must understand what she's doing.
Eliza, you are to stay here for 6 months, learning how to speak beautifully, like a lady in a florist's shop. If you are good and do as you're told, you shall sleep in a proper bedroom, have lots to eat, and have money to buy chocolates and take rides in taxis. If you are naughty and idle, you will sleep in the back kitchen with the black beetles and be walloped by Mrs. Pierce with a broomstick. At the end of 6 months, you will be taken to Buckingham Palace in a carriage, beautifully dressed. If the king finds out you're not a lady, you'll be taken by the police to the Tower of London, where your head will be cut off as a warning for the presumptuous young town. If you're not found out, you shall have a present of 7 and 6 to start life with as a lady in a florist's shop. If you do not accept this offer, you'll be a most wicked, ungrateful girl, and the angels will weep for you. Are you satisfied now, Pickering? Could I have put it any more plainly or fairly, Mrs. Pierce?
Come with me, Eliza.
There you are, Mrs. Pierce. Bundle her off to the bathroom.
Oh, you're a great bully, you are. I won't stay here if I don't like. They won't let nobody bully me.
Don't answer back, girl.
If I knew what I was getting myself into, I never want to come up here. I've always been a good girl and I won't be qualified.
In 6 months, in 3, if she has a good ear and a quick tongue, I'll take her anywhere and I'll pass her off as anything. I'll make a queen of that barbarous wretch.
Higgins, forgive the bluntness, but if I'm to be involved in this business, I shall